If you're gonna do any of these things that I've listed in this video today, you're gonna be arrested. Here are some things you should never ever do in Final Fantasy XIV. Is it because these things go against TOS? Well, no, maybe not all these things, but I like to think that these are things that you shouldn't do so you can make your life just a little bit better. You know, less headaches and to avoid unnecessary friction. Number 1 on our list today is to never buy a job skip. Okay, wait, let me back it up for a second. It's perfectly okay to buy job skips, but I'm more talking about please just read your damn tooltips. Okay, so this is mostly about read your tooltips. I've encountered some players who have skipped their job completely and refused to learn their job. And okay, wait, don't get me wrong. I'm not expecting everyone to play like, you know, high-end raiders, 99 parsers, like a complete pro at the game. I'm talking about players who wouldn't even use the basic things in their toolkits, like arm's length as a mitigation tool. And I'm sure we've all encountered that one dancer who just would not put dance partner on anyone. Take a second to learn your job and just do everyone in the game a big favor. It doesn't take that long. We will all thank you, and hey, the best part is, if you learn your job inside and out, people can't really backseat you as often. No more mentors telling you what to do. Yeah, get away from us, you stinky. Don't ever discuss the P word. It rhymes with Bars, Cars. Yeah, that's right. Yoshi P's last name. He hates talking about this word for some reason. I see you, Yoshi Parse. I know the truth. Talking about this word with strangers is probably the worst thing you can do around strangers. 14 is a game primarily dominated by the casual audience that don't really dive into hardcore raiding content. So, when you talk about somebody's damage, that can make them a bit angry. Talking about parse around friends or raid mates that allow that, that's perfectly okay. Go for that. But geez, if you're telling a random person that you just met in a roulette your damage is not great, that's probably not the play you want to make in 14, especially if it's in such super casual content where damage doesn't really matter half the time. I get it, maybe you came from another game where they allow that kind of talk and, you know, it's perfectly fine to do that, but hey, it's a reportable offense in 14 and you just probably don't want to risk that here. And before anyone takes my words and mixes it all around and gets my message wrong, what I'm trying to say is just don't discuss this with randoms you don't know. That's all I'm trying to say. If your dream is to become a world's first high-end raider or something, awesome, go for that, improve yourself and get better, but just realize not everybody has the same goal as you, and that's perfectly okay. Now, spamming emotes is a very cute way of getting somebody's attention for the first 5 no. If you're like me and you've heard Lalafell players spam their emotes a little too much, then you might just snap like me. Is my solution to eliminate the spamming of emotes? No. Not at all. What I'm trying to say is, I'm trying to eliminate Lalafells as a whole. The world would just be a better place without them. I'm okay with the spamming of emotes, just not from Lalafells. Cat girls, please spam that emo button. I love the sounds you make. Ah, yeah, do that again. But until they're still in the game, you have to pet the Lalafells every time you see them. Do not pass on the Lalafells without petting them. They are pettable and they're cute. Sometimes, so do that. And here's a fun fact, if you don't pet them, they will just straight up die. So what you... Wait a second, actually. Not only that, but here's a list of a few other pettable races that you can pet on the side as well, besides Lalafells. Rothgars, they're big boys who need love too, so give them a hand. Or 2, because they're such big people that you need at least 2 hands to really cover a lot of ground on them. Cat girls, because, well, cat girls, of course. And I wish I could say pet the female Vieras, but honestly, they're just too tall for us normal people, so we can't reach them as easily. I love you tall queens, but you know, some things just aren't meant to be. Joining 14 Twitter, it's just something, you just avoid it. Don't do it. No. We are getting drama every week on 14 Twitter. It's kind of insane at this point. I swear, every week there's something like, there's a tanking discourse, there was raiding discourse, now we're at the Lalafell chair at this point. Inversely, if you enjoy sitting from the sidelines and watching drama, then go for it, join Twitter. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun watching the drama from the sidelines, you know, my inner Asian gossipy auntie's coming through, so it's just in my blood, I can't help it. And hey, sometimes you get some pretty good reads, so maybe Twitter's not so bad sometimes. And if you don't join Twitter, don't worry, I'm sure there's at least one of us 14 content creators who will talk about the drama that will happen that you just might miss. Hey, this is a quick one. Don't broadcast your ERP into the wrong chats. Just don't. Instead, whisper it to me. I'd like to hear about all the dirty talking, you know, why not? Sorry, my inner nosy Asian's coming out again. I apologize, my bad. Do not spoil the MSQ for anyone. I feel like this doesn't need to be said, but you know what? Just in case. And honestly, the community has been really great about not spoiling things for people. The MSQ of 14 is honestly peak fiction in my opinion, and during my time, I haven't really been spoiled that much when playing through it. Spoiling the MSQ for anyone in 14 will subject you to a fine of $1,000 US, which you can forward to my PayPal, by the way. And here's just one more thing that I think streamers can appreciate. 9 times out of 10, if you're watching a streamer going through the story, do not type things like, "Oh my god, here comes this part," or "Oh man, this part." When they're about to hit a big story spoiler, they'll see it, just be quiet, and react after they reacted. Simple. And you get to avoid that unneeded timeout or ban from the mods or the streamer. No need to have that drama either. Do not fall in love with any of the characters in 14. Believe me, this could be the worst thing you could do. Somebody in the game can get Game of Throned. Someone you love could just die. And without going into details, I'm sure we all know at least one person suffering from a death of a fan favorite character. And I know what you're thinking. Ko, I really love characters and I get attached too easily. What should I do? Simple. All you have to do is only fall in love with Moogles. These cute MFers never seem to die or have anything bad happen to them. They're cute, they're pettable, and we're just gonna leave it there. Doing anything more nastier to these guys is illegal. And if it's not illegal, then it should be. You nasty. Don't apply for housing in 14. The housing system is either okay with people or hated. I don't think I've really met anyone who really loves the system. A lottery-based housing system is sure to cause heartbreak for a lot of people, and you may get lucky, or maybe just never get lucky at all. I've actually had some friends who've applied since the very beginning of the housing lottery system and have not won a single thing yet. You know, you might as well just try your luck with FanFest tickets instead. Alright, sorry if that stung. I actually didn't win either. Do not ever pull during someone's cutscene. Unless that player is totally okay with you pulling during a cutscene, then don't. It's like 10 to 20 seconds or something, just chill out. No need to rush. But if you're the person who pulled accidentally during a cutscene, no biggie, just say sorry, walk out of the arena, and the boss will just restart, easy. But if you refuse to do that and you don't apologize, well, I'm just gonna have to lock you up in the gulag. And by gulag, I mean my basement. Do not be a mentor. If you think this is your chance to be a hero and be the teacher that you wish you had when you were a new player for all the new players to come, you're wrong. Being a mentor is basically having a target on your back and people will constantly make fun of you for it. If you wipe into content with that crown on, people are gonna look at you funny because you're supposed to be the expert who knows it all. Also, being a mentor is a trap. They'll try to entice you with a really cool mount at the end after you get like, what, 2,000 clears of mentor roulette? But let's be for real here. You're gonna use that mount for about 2 minutes total before you just shove it back into your mount collection. And then they won't tell you how painful the process is to get all 2,000 clears. And imagine being the only mentor having to teach new players how to do an extreme trial. Yeah, good luck with that. Do not raid in 14. And I know it's the end-game content of the game, but skip it. Raiding is such a time commitment, so instead, how about you just go do something more relaxing? Go live the casual life. Go AFK in Balmont quicksands. You can sit back and just enjoy all the sights going on in there. Oh my. Just think of all the stressful things you have to do as a raider, you know, scheduling so everyone meets up in time, socializing so you get to know these players a little bit better, twerking, scheduling again, wiping continuously to the same mechanics, and then, you know, tearing your hair out of your head. It really sucks. So, instead of raiding, just go in AFK in Limsa, because we all know we need more of those kind of people. And don't ever play 14, period. You know what? Skip all the problems that I talked about and all the problems of this game by simply not playing. Your brain will thank you, your mother will thank you. Skip all the pains of having to grind out a relic weapon or getting yelled at by raid members. Live a life full of peace and zen, and you can finally touch that grass. Or eat it too. And I guess while I'm here, I might as well suggest the games that are really nice and peaceful, like Animal Crossing or Rune Factory, you know, your farm sims. Or go play League of Legends or Valorant. Yeah, you're totally gonna live a life free of stress with those games. And there you go, those are all the things you gotta do to live a drama-free life on 14. You don't have to thank me, but if you want to, you can always throw me a sub on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, or, you know, follow me on Twitch, throw me some money on there too, you know, I'd appreciate that. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and one more thing, don't go after Y'shtola, because she is mine.
Yesterday,